St. Patrick's Day is a time for great food, and earlier we showed you the table. Now we're going to show you the food that you serve.
Lindee's back with us to share some recipes that are traditional and healthy, and you say that there's no need for green food coloring on St. Patrick's Day.
No, there isn't. I keep seeing all these, and I use traditional foods, healthy foods, and nobody, and I know it's so cute to look down and see all these green foods, but nobody wants to sit down and eat a bunch of dyed food. You shouldn't want to.
No.
You may want to, but you shouldn't.
No.
So I tried to do everything without the green food coloring. The only hang up I had was when I made my green beer down here. I was wanting to get some wheatgrass juice, and I just didn't get it, but.
All right, so we have a little food.
Yeah.
That's
But
all
anyways, you can use the wheatgrass juice
Looks
just
good.
to make green beer. You don't have to use food coloring.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. Grass juice.
So
All right.
yeah. So there's no taste.
No, well,
that's the food
That's
coloring.
the food coloring. So there should be no taste.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
That's
drank
yeah.
that because that was full before I started this segment. That's weird.
We look at the direction.
We don't look at
coworker.
Ryan.
We know.
I'm just kidding. So,
Okay.
but I did look. We don't eat very much meat in our house, so I
Yeah.
kind of struggled making the stew, and I wanted to make sure I used healthy, natural ingredients. So everything in my stew recipe is all natural, all real. I didn't use any soup mixes, but it was so easy because I did it in a crock pot. Do you guys ever use?
Oh, I love the crock pot.
Oh, yeah, I did too. I made this actually last night, cooked it, was ready this morning, and it's something about that long process changes the flavor.
It really does.
too.
Yeah.
So, and that's a Guinness beef stew. So I've made it's half beef broth and half Guinness.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and it does. It has a really. Have you ever had a Guinness stew before?
No.
It has a really unusual taste to it. It was really, really good.
Go
I had
for
it
it.
for
All right,
breakfast.
I'm gonna break off the little.
Oh, and then I did the Irish soda
Yeah.
bread, which is
Talk about this
traditional, and I
bread.
put the little caraway seeds in there, which,
Oh.
and this is super easy. I haven't made this in a couple years either, but have you ever made soda bread before?
No.
Yeah. You don't have to let it rise. You don't really have to knead it very much. You just kind of throw it all in a bowl, squeeze it a little bit, put it in the oven, and it's really good. Unusual, isn't it?
Oh, but it's good.
Yeah. You can put some butter on it, which I didn't, but that might make it a little.
You don't really need it if you're dipping it into
Yeah,
a
you
stew.
can dip it in the stew. So I thought, this is a good, cool spring evening Irish, traditional Irish meal. You could sing Danny Boy for your guests and serve up the stew and some Guinness and green beer and have a good
And how
party.
about this?
And this
beautiful that is.
Thank you. I wanted to do like a little rainbow themed
So
centerpiece.
pretty.
So I actually put the bowl in the middle
my
so you
gosh,
didn't have like
it
a
smells so
pile
good.
of fruit.
Yeah.
And I have the Baileys with the whipped cream and
Oh, I
sugar,
got
and it
some
made a
of
nice
that.
cream here.
Look at that. My goodness.
And I actually made that to go with our chocolate Guinness cake.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that is beautiful.
I always throw stuff on the ground on here. I don't know. So you could just easily like slice yourself a piece of this, and then serve it with your Bailey's cream and a side of fruit if you want to.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, and this smelled so good making that last night. So I just used real chocolate and some Guinness again, and then just kept sampling the Guinness as I was making everything, just to make sure quality assurance test,
Right.
Yes, you have the
why
taste
not?
test.
And it was really good.
And you have the recipe?
The recipe's
for
online
everything.
for that. Yep.
It is.
Well, I'm sorry. It's on your all's website. It'll be on mine right after the show.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and then we have time to do the
Yes.
Irish coffee. So I
yeah.
also wanted to make. So serve your guests, sing Danny Boy, then move on down.
Got it all planned out.
Yes, right.
Sing
All the
Danny Boy.
activities and everything.
And
Okay.
then relax by the fire with
Right,
your Irish coffee.
with your Irish pipe and some Irish coffee here. And so I made sure I looked up like the traditional Irish coffee because we've all had lots of different Irish coffees. And a lot of times they'll use like the cream I made and just pour hot coffee over it, which is really good. But if you want to do it traditionally, then you use hot coffee, and then you use Irish whiskey, you use real brown sugar, and some cream. So I'm going to whip that up for you guys real quick.
Oh,
Okay.
that sounds wonderful.
And while you're doing that, we're going to show your website one more time.
Okay.
It's thelindee.com for ideas on this and other great ideas. Make sure you check out her website. She's got all kinds of cool
Just
stuff
kinda
there.
guessing here. But
that.
when you make traditional Irish coffee, it does say you have to use brown sugar or it doesn't count.
Really?
Oh,
And you don't
that.
use whipping cream, you use real cream.
Real
so.
cream. All right.
Anybody want to sample that?
Yes, I will. Thank you very much,
Look at that.
Lindee. We appreciate
you,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
we'll be right back.